Well, just to sit down and hold hands. Are you kidding?
I don't even want to hold your hand now.
Like
today, Junior.
Today, Junior.
Say
Okay,
it.
let's just tell the story. So we were.
We'll say it. Okay, go ahead.
We were having sex.
Okay. Yeah, I
Put
also.
that jellyfish on a biscuit and eat it.
Ew, jelly biscuit.
Nobody knows that.
People in Washington know that.
Oh, that's right.
Rude.
And we get comfy and we can do things like this.
Cozy.
All right. Let's go.
Hello and welcome to the Anatomy of Marriage Patreon videos.
That's right. If you're watching this, you have donated $15 and your sticker is in the mail as well. And listen, you are literally the only people that are getting this show. So it's going to be, we're just going to talk about whatever.
This episode is airing for everyone because this is a sneak peek episode.
It's a sneak peek, and it'll give you insight into what we're really like, although I think we're really kind of normal on the podcast. So, all right, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, first of all, thank you for being a Patreon supporter.
Thank you very much.
Your support means a lot to us. It helps us out tremendously. We can help pay our team members to do the things that steal our time from making new episodes. So it's really awesome. Thank you for supporting the show.
That's right.
And then
very grateful.
Y'all know about marriagesupply.com, but go visit it. You get 10% off of your first purchases or whatever purchases.
And the promo code is 10 from AOM until August 31st.
Yes.
10 from AOM for 10% off purchase sales. Okay.
Purchase sales.
Yep.
So, because this is our Patreon supported videos, we wanted to give you a little insight into our lives.
And we get comfy and we can do things like this. Hey
Cozy.
guys, what's going on today?
But I wanted to talk about what's going on in our life right now. So there are literally only like 7.5 days of school left.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. Seth has some shoulder pain that's happening right now. That's also a thing going on in our lives. But school is ending very soon, and I do not know what that's going to mean for podcast production.
Yeah. Daycare
and
is
sanity.
ending, basically. And, so last summer was, I count it one of the best summers I've ever had in my life, just because it was fun. We were in good physical shape. Our bodies felt good and stuff. We did a lot of fun stuff with the kids. And it's my goal, because I'm 40 this year, that this will be the summer. I haven't named it yet. It's the summer of...
Seth?
No, not really, because that's kind
Summer of Summers.
Summer of Summers, maybe. Right. And I've told the kids that. I've told Melanie that, that this is going to be the best summer ever. And it's going to include a lot of swimming. It's going to include a lot of outdoor stuff. We're going to South Carolina soon in like less than 1 month.
To visit his family.
Right, to visit family. And we're going to the beach. We're going to Charleston and Greenville, so the beach, the mountains, all this stuff. And then also after that, in August, my grandma is coming out, and we're going to Canada.
But let's
with the whole family.
Let's expand the whole story. So it's pretty cool. We're going to fly to Charleston, which we've never done. You're flipping your cord around. I'm losing my mind. We're going to fly straight from Seattle to Charleston, which we've never taken that flight before. We're going to drive from Charleston to where they live in Greenville or Greer. And we're going to hang out there for a week.
I think.
And a half.
10 days. Yeah, about 10 days.
That. And then his grandma, who is 93.
Yeah.
Has a swimming pool. It's beautiful and it's big, and so we go.
You guys will get to see that too, because we'll do a lot
see
of filming.
videos of that. So we're gonna go to Nana's swimming pool and hang out and go do all the things we do. We go to Krispy Kreme. We go to Tractor Supply.
We eat barbecue.
We always get Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A,
like
which
at
we
the
have
airport.
one here.
Yeah, we have one
whatever.
in Washington.
Oh, Bojangles for all you Southern
Bohongles.
Bojangles.
We eat a
awesome.
guacamole.
A lot of good Mexican restaurants.
What else do we eat out there?
We just eat a lot. It's fun. I see some friends
all
that
about food.
Yeah, we see friends that we don't see but once a year, which is really awesome. And
we go up to the mountains.
We go to the mountains, the Appalachians. Yeah, and we basically have free babysitters. So that's one thing. It's an opportunity for me and Mel to like create content out the wazoo, because we just.
And if you live near Charleston or Greenville,
we can do an AOM meetup.
We can hang out.
Yeah.
Because we are friends, and so it would be super awesome. But anyway, so we're going to stay in Greer for a few days, then go back to Charleston, where our friend is turning 40. So we're going to do a big birthday bash there.
Oh, right. You may know him. Devin, one of the guys from the band Emery, and then also Joey from the Bad Christian podcast lives there. And we're all going to hang out.
But more importantly, his wife, Priscilla, lives there.
Lives there. Oh, yeah, whatever. But it's Melanie's birthday in July, which we'll celebrate in Charleston. And it's also Devin's 40th birthday, which we're going to have a giant party at the beach. We rented a house for my family and all kinds of stuff. So we're looking forward to it. It'll be like I said, the summer of summers, and I think it'll be really fun. And then we'll hang out there. Then we fly back out of Charleston to Seattle for more chilling, hanging out here, working, making content.
Oh, and then we're going to go to the ocean with my family. Right when we get back. I totally forgot. We go to the
Pacific Ocean,
the Iron Springs area.
Nobody knows that.
People in Washington know that.
Oh, that's right.
Rude. So
the Pacific Ocean. How about that?
We're going to the Pacific Ocean with my family, so we'll be freezing cold and wearing hoodies after immediately being boiling hot and swimming in a bath water to freezing Arctic waters in Washington. And then right after that is when your grandma, 93, flies out to Washington, and then we're going to take the Victoria Clipper up to Victoria, BC,
Canada.
And we're going to go to that fancy,
I don't know what it's called,
place.
The Victoria Hotel, maybe, because my grandma is British, so she likes doing that stuff, and it's fun. They have scones.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and we're meeting friends of your grandmas who are from England but live in Italy. So we'll be there with 2 English people, an Italian, and our kids.
A couple other Italian people.
And that's going to be really fun. I have to get my passport renewed, though. So I have to do that. But
what was I going to say?
The kids all have passports.
Oh.
So that'll be fun.
So I've been following like beach stuff in South Carolina, and there's been a lot of like shark attacks at the beaches that we're going to. And then on top of that, there are deadly jellyfish that are washing up on the beach.
Man of war.
The Portuguese man of war. Yeah, man of war. And in the article it said the sting can last for days or up to weeks. And it's excruciating. Yeah, and they're like blue. So we got to watch out for that, which is just crazy. I can't imagine.
I'm going to be just combing the beach for shark's teeth and
and not stepping on jellyfish because they wash up on the thing.
Forget jellyfish entirely. But yeah, I also
put that jellyfish on a biscuit and eat it.
Ew, jelly biscuit. But I did want to say, so next week, like I said, this is a like sample episode of our Patreon supported episodes. Next week, we're going to be doing MTV Cribs style of our house, Studley Manor.
Yeah,
get ready, it's huge.
It's not huge. We're not super fancy.
We're so rich. It's going to be awesome. You get to see our dog.
That'll be fun.
Dog house that I built.
You get to see people care about that?
Who knows? But you get to see the giant swing set that we built, and I crushed my finger when we made, and it took my finger like 7 months to heal.
Yeah.
No joke. It was terrible. But I did want to ask you, before we ended
question for me. Okay.
This. So what do you think we're struggling with lately? Where are we at?
In our marriage or with anything?
Marriage. Our marriage.
My shoulder. I'm thinking through it. I think like
today, Junior.
Oh man. So many things.
I have a thing that we're struggling with, and it's hilariously linked to what?
No, go ahead.
What were you going to say?
I was just being silly.
What were you going to say?
So many things we're struggling with.
Oh. That was it?
Yeah.
So funny.
Okay, go ahead. What is your...
The thing that I was going to say that we're struggling with, honestly, is intimacy. Like being physical with each other and having time, because we have like 3 of the loudest, most crazy children on the planet. And it's so hard to, like, not only is it hard to get them to leave us alone, like last night.
Oh, okay. So that was funny.
Well, funny is one way to say it.
Okay, let's just tell the story. So we were...
We'll say it. Okay, go ahead.
We were having sex.
Okay.
And we hear these kids' steps running fast as he can down the hallway, because when Tough gets scared, it's like the dark part of the hallway, and he like turns on the turbo boosters and goes.
But it's funny because our house is tiny. Like it literally is like he's going like 14 steps, but he it just is like he's frantic.
And I know what he's thinking. Like he wakes up, he's like, "Oh, I'm scared," and then he wants to walk to our bedroom, which is down the hallway. He takes those first couple of steps.
And then he freaks out.
And then turns into a roadrunner and runs as fast as he can down the thing, and then stops at the door. And, of course, we hear that, and we're like...
Yeah, we're immediately like... And I
the door's not locked.
I knew the door wasn't locked. I was like, oh, my gosh. So it's like, covers on.
Right.
And then 2 seconds
covers
later...
on, and he comes in here. Yeah, and that's just a thing. So when you say struggling with intimacy, do you mean... because you can't get focused on it? Is it because there's not enough foreplay? Is it because you can't switch your mind to it? Or
it's like a mixture of all of those things. But I think that is like one of the areas in our marriage where we struggle the most is connecting on like just like a personal level, because we have kids. I feel like our kids are just climbing up over us all the time, and they're talking and they never stop. And it's like, if this kid's not asking us a question, the other two are beatboxing and dancing on the coffee table. And it's like, they're not doing anything naughty or wrong or bad.
They're just being normal.
It never stops.
Right. So what is it for you? Because that's not going to stop. What is it for you? Let me throw out a scenario. Would it be like we've talked about scheduling sex in podcasts before, and we have never ever done that ever.
I mean, that's a great idea. It certainly wouldn't stop a kid from road runnering down the hallway.
I know,
or
but
being
would,
loud.
But it would, because we talk about intentionality all the time, which we are on a bunch of stuff in our marriage and individual lives. However, we are not like, okay, Wednesdays and Saturdays or whatever, we are going to have sex. It's going to happen. So if you know it's going to happen, you can get your mind and your body into it more, and and because we know it's going to happen, we'll be more intentional about foreplay to get things going beforehand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that.
But why don't we do that? Like, okay, let's get real.
We can do that.
I've said forever, let's schedule sex, and you really don't say anything about it.
No, I say sure. But one of us just needs to do it.
There.
So that's all it is one of us just needs to do it. But
what is today? Monday?
Well, you quit. I'm saying that is our biggest struggle, I think. It's not even scheduling. It's not even just scheduling sex. It's like scheduling and being intentional around connection. Just connection. Like sitting together and watching a show, or sitting together and reading a book, or sitting together and holding hands. It's that kind of thing that I think is really missing.
There's no time to do that.
There is time. It's just we have to sort of shift around the things that we do. But you see what I'm saying? Like you immediately go, there's not time, right?
Well, just to sit down and hold hands. Are you kidding?
I don't even want to hold your hand now. but I think the funny thing about that is, so that is legitimately the thing I think we struggle with the most right now. And then we get a random phone call about partnering with Marriage Supply, and they're going to send us 4 boxes, curated boxes, a massage box.
That'll be fun.
What's the other one? Massage, honeymoon, oral sex, and intro to toys.
So
we've got
which
help
one
is on the way.
Guess which one I'm most excited about?
Honeymoon. Oh, I know. Intro to massage.
Yeah. What's the other? I don't know. No. Oral sex box. That will be fun. I looked right at the camera when I said that.
I saw you. I watched.
One thing so when you say what are we struggling with? One thing that I've really been intentional about the last 3 days.
Look, I'm my sister.
That's mean.
Go ahead.
One thing that I've been intentional about, and I want to know if you've noticed it or not, and this may sound weird at first, but I haven't been touching you lately. Have you noticed that?
Haven't been or have been?
I have not been. Because I usually, like when we wake up, I go to hug you or something, and sometimes it can be awkward. And I made a mental note. It's like, I'm not going to do it, because sometimes I look for that and I find that I'm just doing it and being disappointed. So I was like, I'm not going to do it. And it almost feels like we're closer because it seemed more real. Like I'm tired of doing...
I don't know.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I kind of know what you're talking about, but honestly, the thing I've been thinking lately is anytime you do touch me, I'm like, ugh, don't touch me.
What the heck? Well, maybe that's why I'm not then.
We need therapy.
Are my feelings hurt? What feelings?
Are your feelings hurt? I don't know. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's where we're at.
Yeah.
And so it'll be fun to get those boxes and to see what good things come from that. And we'll put sex on the calendar and figure all of that out and let you know how that goes next time. But yeah, so send us your ideas for Patreon supported episodes because, like I said, MTV Cribs for Studley Manor is next week. But send us your ideas. You want us to do something funny, go somewhere, do some sort of pastry eating challenge, buy all the flavors of Ben and Jerry's and eat them challenge.
Oh man, you sound a lot like EvanTube right now.
I know, I'm totally into it. So thank you for supporting us. Send in your Patreon questions, ideas, thoughts, etc. And we look forward to seeing you next week.
That's right. Thank you so much. Send in the questions, anatomyofmarriage@gmail.com.
All right. Have an amazing day.
Later.
Bye.